Okay, so last we left off, we were talking about royal ranks. We were talking about the responsibility of governing once you become a royal, and how what differentiates between a person who is allowed to decree their prayers versus a person who's allowed to declare their prayers. And so, the thing you need to understand about being a royal is every royal governs. Once you become a royal, you govern. Okay. Some royals govern and go to war. And when I say go to war, I mean we're three parts: body, spirit, and soul. Your spirit man is actually on a battlefield, in a realm, in a dimension, and whatever. You're the one that has dreams. You see yourself on a battlefield. You see yourself warring with different beings and entities. You see yourself alongside angels. You're interacting with demons in your dream state. You are actually, in a sense, physically on the spiritual battlefield. Your spirit is there. One of the ways you could tell if you go to war is if you have heavy intercession. Even if you can't see in the spirit realm, you have heavy intercession, and then you wake up and your body is like sore and achy, like you've been in a fight. Your spirit man was on the battlefield. Protein helps. Eat protein to build back up what you lost in your natural body because you were on a spiritual battlefield. So, not all royals go to war, but all royals govern. If you are a royal who governs only and you do not go to war, this does not absolve you from being involved in war, because you're still the head of whatever territory that has been given to you. So what you would do is you would dispatch angels strategically to war on behalf of your territory. Again, all of this is in the book. I know I'm going over some people's heads. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I lived. I'm telling you what the amazing, and gifted and talented royals that surround me, we have been taking territories and snatching principalities down and taking altars down. And we have been doing the work of the Lord, okay? And so my heart is to teach and train the body of Christ on how to strategically and intentionally war. The church doesn't know how to take territory. The church doesn't know how to war, and the church definitely doesn't know how to govern in the spirit realm. And so, a lot of the things that's going on currently in the world today that you're fighting over and caught up in, it's not going to shift in the earth. It was never going to shift in the earth. It has to shift in the spirit realm. But if the body of Christ isn't in position, if the body of Christ doesn't know, how can they do it? One of the questions that I get, people find me however they find me, and we do a consultation, and they tell me about what's going on in their lives, what is attacking their lives, all the things. And I begin to tell them, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this. This is because of this, and this is because of this, and this is because of this, and this is because of this. And their spirit is immediately recognizing what I'm saying. And they're like, oh my God, why didn't I learn this in church? Because the church at large has been infiltrated by darkness. There is idolatry, there is racism, there is false gods, there is witchcraft in the church. We have diluted the power of the church because the body of Christ is not operating as a sanctified body. We're not operating with pure heart and clean hands. We're just not. And so it stifles the ability of what the kingdom can do in the earth. So the church is supposed to be the education system of the kingdom. We're supposed to go to church just like we're going to school, and we're learning the principles of the kingdom. We're learning all of the strategies of the kingdom. We're learning insight and revelation of the kingdom. We're supposed to get this at church, but the body of Christ isn't in a position to do that, as we got so much other stuff pulling on us, which is why God is coming in now with judgment and exposure, because he's separating the wheat from the tares, tearing down the false prophets and the liars and those who serve him in name only, but not in lifestyle. And so now that we're here, y'all really don't understand. Like, the church really is the education system of the kingdom. And let me tell you how I know that.